Hi Tarot Tribe, it's Ethany and I'm getting into the spring spirit and getting my wild animal on. Today I'm doing a deck collection video. I'll just put my little peacock feathers. I love them. Deck collection on animal tarot and animal oracle decks because it is getting a lot lighter and it is getting warmer and animals are going to start coming out more, and I thought it was very spring-like. And I saw Wild Moon Woman Elise doing a bit of a talk on how she's moving into doing more work with animals around this time, and some of the decks that she showed in her spring deck video in this video today. And yeah, I sent her a message going, oh, girl, I feel like we are like weirdly Gemini connected because I was thinking the exact same thing. So I'm just going to move a few things. Let's get straight into it. So I have, oh my God, I got so many, trying to get these decks out in some kind of order was bloody not easy because I have a stupid amount of tarot and oracle decks. So let's do the oracle decks first. Whew. First one, the Druid Animal Oracle. You can tell by the love that this box has had that I've had this for a very long time. Can you still get this deck, or is this one of these ones that's like, someone tell me, is it out of... This reminds me very much of the Mythic, when the Mythic Tarot was actually good. Beautiful hardcover book. I love it. And the art, I mean, let's just say that Bill Worthington is a fucking master, because he is. Oh, and another thing, I was talking to my sister the other day, and I'm a swear bear. Look, I'm just going to own it. I swear in my days. I just swear. So I'm sorry if that offends you or if little kids are watching. But that's just who I is. So I'm not going to, it's not forced. It's not something it just comes out. So I got, again, I don't know if you get this anymore, but this beautiful reading cloth. I've got so many beautiful reading cloths, and do you think I use them? What I like about this one is that it doesn't, because of the fabric that it's used, I don't know what fabric it is. I love fashion, and Project Runway gives me life, and I just love it. But I don't know what fabric this is. But what I love about it is that it doesn't crinkle. And you've got the snake, the lizard. Is that the same on the other side? The dragon, upside down. And who dat? Another dragon. And then it's got the elemental symbols. So it's a beautiful, oh yeah, because they have elemental snake dragons in this deck. Beautiful little cloth. And let's have a look at a few of the cards. Really big cards. Thin-ish cardstock, but oh shit, look, here's the thing. I love thick cardstock, but I'm not going to lose my cool about not super glossy, thick cardstock. The detail in these cards is bonkers beautiful. I don't work with this nearly enough. I've had this deck for, gosh, I don't know, so many years. It was one of the first oracle decks I got. You get some blank ones, like in the Brian Froud's Fairies Oracle, that you can draw your own, but come on, how am I going to draw anything that looks anywhere near good as this? I would just weep in the corner from failure. It's like, no, I just can't compete with Bill. I just can't do it. So anyway, that was awful. God, if you're still watching, congratulations. You got through my... Not exactly going to win an Academy Award, am I? So beautiful. Am I the only one who looks at these kind of cows and just wants to go hug them? It's so pretty. So you've got fire dragons. So you've got all the elemental dragons, which was what was on the cloth. So in the, one more, because this one's just too stunning not to show. I love bees. What's beautiful is that this is based on the sacred animals of the Druid tradition, hence the name, the Druid Animal Oracle. And it is stunning. I highly recommend it if you can still get it. Or if you find it in a thrift store, then grab that while you can. And I've kept it in its box because, I don't know why, I just kind of did. So that's my first one. Okay, another oldie but a goodie is the medicine cards. I have the book coming from Australia. For some reason when I moved, I didn't bring the book. Like, what an idiot. I don't even have this isn't wrapped up in a piece of silk in a big tarot trunk drawer thing that I have. You can still get this one. I have seen it, and I've thought about, I was like, why don't I just buy a new deck? But I'm like, oh, I've got it. My mum's coming, so. The book is really, really beautiful, and this is such a stunning deck. Based on medicine, Native American medicine of the animals. Thinner and taller cardstock, so you can see I've had it for a while. It is thinnish cardstock. The backs are very, I don't know, maybe the backs have changed. If someone's got a newer version of this, you can show me. I just love this deck though. There's something so classic about this deck. Maybe because it's been around for a really long time. My Patronus! What's your Patronus? Who's with me? Ravenclaws for life. Patronus of an otter. Okay, so that's the medicine cards. It's actually called the medicine cards, but they are all animals. Another oracle deck that I have, which is not actually all animal, but it's very animal centric, is called the Spirit of the Wheel Meditation deck, and I've had this since 2006. I remember buying this when I was in Canada, backpacking across Canada, so that's why I remember how old this is. So it may not be completely, so that's the back. It's a very busy back. Smaller cards, very detailed. Not really for people who get very distracted by busy borders. But the artwork for me, Jodie Bergsma, I've got a few of her pieces of art, and not like originals, I wish. I have postcards, and I have magnets, things like that. But there, as you can see, they're very, very linked to animal lore. Come on, look at that. So you can see why this is in my animal collection. I don't use this as often as I should. I know a lot of these decks are going to come into rotation now that it's spring. Really, really pretty. You don't get it. It's by US Game Systems, so the card stock is a little bit better. US Game Systems does that quite well, actually. I will give them that. You get a little white book, and you get, so that's about as much information as you get. They have a prayer for each one, which is really nice, and it talks about the direction of the wheel. I mean, look at that. Holy moly, there's a lot of information there about the creation of the wheel, intro, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 spreads. So a nice little guidebook. I'm a bit of a greedy guts when it comes to guidebooks. I like her big ones, but that's pretty good. Plus my eyes can read that. I've given my PDF to my guidebooks to people before because they're like, I can't read, it's too small a writing. So the next one is, you may have seen this quite recently from me, my unboxing video, and I've been using this with like Oracle Wednesday. I have readings on my Etsy and I've been using it quite a bit. The Animal Kin Oracle cards by Sarah Walder. Freaking obsessed with this deck. Really beautiful little book. I've gone through this before, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this deck. If you want to find out more, do check out my unboxing video. The one thing that I have done is I have rounded the edges. It's not even upright. I've rounded the edges. So they come pointy. Maybe when she does the second printing, she'll do them rounded. But I have a edge corner thingamajiggy, you know what I mean, corner cutter. So I just did that. So let's have a look at a few of these if you haven't seen it. The brightness of this deck makes me so happy. It's just such a, it's a kaleidoscope of animal magic. It really is. It's just such a beautiful, colourful deck, and that's, I think, is one of the things that I really love about it. I love me rainbows. So I love me beautiful rainbow energy of just, oh, mandalas kill me. They're just so gorgeous. They slay me. And again, if you know me, if you've seen anything else that I've done, I've got her rings, I've got her sacred stones, I've got her tarot mat. So like, I'm a big fangirl of the Fifth Element life. Indie deck, love me some indie decks. The box is cardboard. It's tarot deck sized. The cardstock is superb. It's superb. It's beautiful and matte. It shuffles so well. The box is going to get a beating though, so because it's that paper, almost like the Connected and Free, but laminated. So I'm probably going to get a box to put the box in because I want to keep it, just so it doesn't get slammed because it's already kind of taking a bit of a beating, but worth every freaking penny. Love it. Okay. The next one I got via Kickstarter, because we all know how much I love Kickstarter, is the Earthbound Oracle. One of them just fell on the floor. I will get that later. Playing card size. Not all of these cards have animals in them, but a lot of them do. It's very earth-centric, so I thought I would put it in there. You know, it's got the elements. I love this creativity card. Sleep. So pretty. The only thing about this, and I've got the wooden tarot, which, guess what, that's going to be in here too. The only thing I wish about this deck, even though it wants to fly out of my hands today, I wish the cardstock was a little bit thicker. But it's really, because mine's kind of bowing a little bit. But you know, that happens. So it's a really beautiful deck. It doesn't come with a guidebook or anything. It just comes with the keywords, and you know, that can be a really beautiful blessing. Sorry, I have a Virgo rising and I need to put things back in their box. So that card, which is Wealth on the floor, awesome. They have to go back in before I can move on. I'm a little bit OCD like that. So like, all of my books and all my decks have a home, and they need to go back to their home. They need to be put back where they belong. Otherwise, I get up and I go looking for them. So yeah, it's a nice oracle deck. I think it's got like 50 cards. Beautiful little animal oracle. And the last oracle deck I have is the Secret Language of Animals. Recently did an unboxing video. Very new deck. My first Jimmy Manton, nice big guidebook full of juicy information. Blue Angel Publishing, you know, you get a good box. First Jimmy Manton love affair, and I kind of lovingly blame Al513 for getting me onto his work. And I've seen this on Instagram and my deck list, I tell you, and that's why I bought it. And I'm not regretting it. It is stunning. That spider again. Woo. So it talks about endangered species and seeing our spiritual practice and ourselves through the lens of connecting with these endangered species. So really, really stunning deck. Man, I've got a lot of animal decks. When I was going through all this, I'm like, this is going to be a long one. All right, so tarot. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First one is a limited edition. I think I've shown this before in my tarot collection. It's the, gosh, it's so beautiful, from 2001. The Stolen Child Tarot, and there is a full deck being completed by Monica Knighton, and she has a Patreon that you can go and back. And every card, like, so this is printed on such stunning cardstock. I've never used it in a reading because I feel like these need to be framed, and they really ought to be put in a big frame because it's like watercolor canvas paper. It's so unbelievably beautiful. They're unnumbered, so I don't know what cards they are. I don't know what they mean. You do get a PDF, so you could go back and have a look. But for me, it's just all about the artwork. So I'm looking forward to her completed deck, which I'll probably get. And I hope she has titles on that one, because otherwise it would be hard like that. I think that's the Hanged Man. So this is a Mages Only deck. Maybe that's the Hanged Man. Oh, God, I don't know. Look at that. Buffalo Child. It's all about children who run away or been lost. Look at this, so pretty. Anyway, so this is very lovingly kept in its packaging, and I am going to frame it. I would love to get a big, big wall frame and just have that in the background. And it's double wrapped because I don't want anything happening to it. Next one. Now there's an Oracle deck too by this lovely, lovely person, which I don't have. I don't know why I don't have it. So this is by Megan Weber. I don't know how to say your username, hun. Sorry. Fuzz. It's called the Animalis Os Fortuna, or Animal Bone Fortune. And it doesn't contain a book. It's independently published. Love me some indie decks. So inside it you get a little legend, so you can, it's black and white, those are the backs. I almost feel like this just needs textures and a lot of time. Would I dare? Oh my God, no, I wouldn't. I'd have to buy another one, and definitely would have to buy another one to try colouring that in with permanent marker, but it would be pretty beautiful. So apparently we were all up in the wands. Let me see if I can find you some. So birds, so lizards are wands, birds are swords. Cups are marine creatures. So pretty. Again, you're going to either connect with artwork or not. I've always said that. And then pentacles are, I don't know if they would all be kind of rodents and bugs. The woodland beings. Whoops. Although that's a scorpion. Whoop. My God, things that live on the things that live on the land. And then the major arcana are a little bit of everything. And so if you like this sort of beautiful aesthetic, Really stunning cards. I need a system so that I can work with my decks a lot more, because I tend to have like too many and then I go, oh, I forgot that I had that, or why haven't I worked with that? And it's like, oh, because you've got a million bloody decks. Not that I'm complaining. I love me my animals and I love me my tarot. So the next one is the Tarot of the Cat People by Karen. Yeah, not gonna try. Kuykendall? I don't know, probably butchered that. This is your standard US Game Systems deck. Comes with a little white book. I have never really used it. The back is like very Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. Never really used it. I don't know why I've never really used it. I just haven't. But for some reason, I was really drawn to the all the dots. Like if you look up close, there's a lot of circles. It almost looks like dot art, and I really liked that. So I liked the look of the artwork. I am a cat person to the point where like I like cats, but I'm extremely allergic to them. And I had a beautiful cat called Steve in Australia, and I kind of battled through my allergy with him, and I love that cat. He used to talk to me all the time. So it's not that I don't love cats, I do. I'm just not like a cat person, if that makes sense. Like I need everything with cats on it, and yeah, I think you know what I mean. So there's that deck. Definitely has a ton of cats, and I don't have any other cat deck. I don't have the pagan cats, I don't have the black cats, I don't have anything else, because I don't really feel like I need to, because again, I'm not really a cat person. I like them, I'm just not a cat person. And as I speak, there is the Kickstarter campaign for an Oracle deck. If you like kittens, the Spirit Cats Oracle. And again, like, oh, I can't even get that in. Again, my OCD is killing me. I keep saying again today. And I'm not really into cats, so I'd love to back it, but I'm like, I know I'd never use it. Alrighty, the next one is the Animism Tarot, and this is being published by Game Crafter, and Game Crafter needs to up their fucking game. Look how disgusting their boxes are. I'm sorry. I know that you pay for what you get, but Joanna's work deserves to be put in a better box than this pile of crap. I bought it years ago, so maybe they have upped their game a little bit, but I bloody doubt it. No book. She has a bunch of decks. You can get them on Etsy as well. Really love the back. Look at that, the sun, the night, and the dawn. I haven't used it a lot, but I really appreciate the artwork. It's so beautiful. This sloth kills me. This Four of Cups is so gorgeous. So beautiful deck. I just wish that box was better, but can't do much about that. Oh, little koala. My empathy starts going when it comes to like animals and children. I can't cope. Either way, like if there's anything that's like this one, poor little birdie. Cardstock is on the thin side. Yeah, it's on the thin. Sorry, it's on the thin side. I think Joanna has a number of decks available. So if you like her artwork, then I would suggest you go check out her stuff, because she is very talented. And it's not on her, it's on Game Crafter for this nonsense. A major publisher needs to pick up her stuff and run with it. Well, it's just what has to happen, up the level of beautification. Right, we're down to the last four. If you're still with me, what's up? The Wooden Tarot. So this is by Skull Garden as well. Again, not all animal, but very, very very animal centric. I said this in another video when I was talking about this deck, or when I reviewed it somewhere sometime. It's very slippery. Like the laminate on this deck makes it so, yeah, see, look, it just wants to fall out of my hands. It's the back. Standard tarot, like it's really laminated. It's like oily almost. So as you can see, lots of animals in this deck. Very animal centric. It's like even the lovers, got the hummingbirds in the back. I had all this intention to work with this deck alongside with the Earthbound Oracle, but I haven't gotten around to it. I have the cloth, I have the sticker and the poster of this. I backed this on Kickstarter. There are pins and all sorts of, there's now a colouring book on Kickstarter for this, for the artwork, so go check that out as well. So really pretty. Just going to show you a few more. The art style is fucking stunning. I mean, like I can't even. For me, it's more of an advanced deck though, because you don't get given, there's no guidebook, and the symbols may be a little too little for some people starting on the tarot journey. I'd put this more on the, one more, fool, love it. Oh no, one more, the High Priestess, I love whales. But it is so beautiful, I couldn't not have it, the little details. And I love Skull Garden's work, like, so much. Alright, now the next one is a new one. I got this in a tarot swap with Wild Moon Woman. Talking about her. It's true, I've got a girl crush on you. It's called the Bird Queen Tarot, and I have done an unboxing. But I haven't put that up. I don't know, it depends on when I put this up. I may not have put the unboxing up. It's just because I have a ton of, I record my videos all at once a lot of the time. Very, very animal centric. No people in this deck at all. Leafy sea dragon. So lots of birds, insects. Again, I would say that this is another deck where it's more along the lines of an advanced deck, or a deck where you're very comfortable with the themes, or you've done some study of the tarot, because otherwise it can be a little bit tricksy or a little bit advanced. But very, literally a hermit crab, but a stunning deck. The back is gorgeous. It's standard cardstock for tarot. So pretty. Two more. The last two. The Animal Wisdom Tarot by Dawn Brunk. I don't know. I'm not very good with names, I guess. I've had this again. I've had this deck for a long time too. Comes with a nice sturdy box. Really have a deck problem. Book. Colour. Amaze. Gotta love a coloured book. I certainly need to do a challenge almost where like I have a deck. I like to say a deck a month, but then I use more than one deck at a time, so that's why it's very tricky for me. I'll figure it out at some point. There's the back. A little bit bigger than your standard tarot deck. Glossy, thinner cardstock. But you know me, I'm all about that art. Cardstock for me is not. So it's got fossils, shells. The artwork is so pretty. This artwork is by Ola Leola. Feathers are for air. Sorry, I was trying to get to it. Because I haven't really worked with this deck a lot. I'm not and branches are for fire. Oh, it's really calling me though. Because we live in an apartment in Vancouver, we have limited space, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's harder for me to get to everything, because they're all in shelves, and some of the shelves like 3 rows deep because I have a problem. So sometimes that's why I find it difficult, but a really nice guidebook, full coloured. It's one thing about major published decks, if you can get a good one. I should have put the book in first. Yeah, got to put the book in first, otherwise you bend the cards. Because they have more money, they tend to have better books and things like that, but not always. And what I love about this too is a lot of decks like this, like the Crystal Tarot or whatever, are like this. They're packaged exactly like this by the same publishing house, and they hide the minor arcana because they're pip decks, and they fool you into buying it, and that really pisses me off. This is fully illustrated. Last one, the Bohemian Animal Tarot by Scott Alexander King and Sharon McLeod, and I love her. There was an amazing magazine called Witchcraft Magazine in Australia, and she used to do a lot of illustration for it and posters, and I used to go and, I've still got them in my books, Book of Shadows. Really beautiful, Rockpool Publishing. It's a great box. Huge book. And I love Scott Alexander King's stuff. I've met him more than once. I'm sure he probably wouldn't remember me, but I've got books signed by him, done workshops, the whole palaver. Gilded. Oh gosh, I forgot these were gilded. I don't see this worked with a lot on social media at all. So gilded, the back. So as you can see, they have faces. So maybe that throws people a little bit. You have to really be kind of into this theme. I pre-ordered this when it was available for pre-order because I really like that, consequences. I really like both of the people who contributed to this deck. But I haven't worked with it very much. But I have a unboxing video of this as well. It was one of my first, so it's not great quality, as some people have commented, I know. But at least I did it. Done is better than not done, and yeah. A girl's got to try and fail and improve. That's the only way I know how to do things. So that's it. That's my collection of animal. You're probably like, that's it? That's a lot. Yes, it is a lot. Collection of animal, tarot, and oracle decks. There's a lot of them, so I may remember to put all the links below, but you've been given the names, so you can go find them. Are you going to be working with more animal decks this spring now that for the Northern Hemisphere? What are you going to be working with, my Southern Hemisphere babes? I miss you all in Australia so much. What are you being called to work on? And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. And thank you so much, as always, for watching.